I am Manohar Jokle, working as assistant professor in Art, Commerce and Science College, Trambakeshwar. We are going to discuss the syllabus as well as the first topic of FYBSc semester first, in which we are going to see the introduction or just overview of the thermodynamics. Then what is the thermodynamics? Thermo means heat and dynamic means motion or mechanical work. Hence the thermodynamic is the branch of the science which deals with the quantitative relationship between heat and other form of the energy. There are first, second and third law of the thermodynamics, but nothing contrary to law has been reported so far. The zeroth law of the thermodynamics, which helped the understand the concept of the temperature, was put forward later. What is the objective of the study? To predict the feasibility of the processes, whether or not cockroach will be the occurs under the given set condition can be predicted by applying the principle of the thermodynamics. Second, to estimate the yield of the product, it is possible to know what extent the reaction attain the equilibrium. Then third one, to deduct the some important relationship like Raoult's law of the lowering of vapor pressure, depression of the freezing point, elevation in boiling point, distribution law, phase rule, from the study of the thermodynamics. The limitation of the thermodynamics suffer from the certain limitation. These are: the first deals with the properties like the temperature, pressure, except of the matter in the bulk of the microscopic quantities and not in the microscopic quantities. Deals with the large group of the atom molecules and ions rather than the individual atom or the molecules or ion. It helps to predict the feasibility of the processes but gives no idea about the time taken to process to complete. Its treatment is limited to initial and final state of the system and in silent about the path which change is brought about. See the first law, but before the first law, there is the origin of the thermodynamics, that is the coming from the zeroth law of the thermodynamics. The statement, when the two systems have the equality to the temperature with the third system, their turns have the equality of the temperature with each other. For example, system A having the thermal equilibrium with the B and B having the thermal equilibrium to the C, and then there is no need because A is also having the thermal equilibrium with the C according to the zeroth law of the thermodynamics. Then see the first law of the thermodynamics. There are the several statements for the first law of the thermodynamics. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, all through it may be converted from one form to the another form. Second statement, total energy of isolated system remain constant, although it may undergo transformation from one form to the another form. That whenever a certain quantity of the some form of the energy disappear, an exactly equal amount of the some other form of the energy must be the produced. It is impossible to construct the perpetual motion machine. It means the machine which produces the continuous work without consuming the energy. Einstein in 1905 showed that energy could be created by destructing of the masses. The energy produced it capital E is the destruction of the masses. M is given by the equation A is equal to mc square, that is also called as the Einstein equation. The modified statement for the first law of the thermodynamics is the total masses and energy of an isolated system remain constant. Then what is the mathematical equation for the first law of the thermodynamics? Here we are knowing that there is a relation between the energy, heat and work, and that's why that is denoted by the symbol capital U or E, that equal to the Q plus W, and in which the W is equal to minus P delta V, as per we are knowing that it is the work done by the system. Then Q is equal to delta U plus P delta V. If the changes very small, it may be written as the delta Q is equal to du plus P delta V. Equation 1 and 3, it is called as the mathematical equation for the first law of the thermodynamics. Then we are going to see the statements which is given for the second law of the thermodynamics. First statement, all spontaneous processes are thermodynamically irreversible. For example, flow of the heat from the hot body to the cold body is the diffusion of the gases from higher pressure to the lower pressure, flow of the water down uphill. These are the some example. Then the spontaneous process means the process which takes place without help of any external agencies, and all natural processes are called as the spontaneous processes. The complete conversion of the heat into the work, it is impossible without leaving some efforts elsewhere. It is impossible to construct the machine functioning in the cycle which are the convert the heat completely into the equivalent amount of the work without the producing the change elsewhere. The fifth statement, without the use of the external agencies, heat cannot be itself pass from the cold body to the hot body. And last one, per the new thermodynamic function entropy, for the second law is stated that the entropy of the universe is always toward the maxima. Thank you.